Alright, we're looking at the Rockville Wedge Series LED 54 watt RGBWA plus UV wireless DMX power light with rechargeable battery. This instruction manual, just going to tell you this from jump, will give you improper methods of charging the device. If you go by the instructions, which I'm not even, I guess I could read it verbatim. Let's do that. Already done it a few times. For charging, there are two switches on the rear panel of the light. The black switch is for power and the red switch is for battery operation. When charging the light, please place both switches in the off position. The LED indicator between the power and battery switches will be red when the unit is charging. So it's red when it's charging. Once the unit is fully charged, the LED will be green. Now, if you do it by that instruction, you will not charge it. It's simply going to tell you that you have power to the light. So, for instance, I think this is plugged in. See? Both off. Just like it says, it's saying it's going to go green no matter what. It's saying you have power to the light. So, you do not follow the instructions if you ever want to charge your lights. You leave the power switch off and you place the battery switch on. Now these are fully charged, so this is going to stay green. But when I use these for a while, we'll try it at the end. This will go red and it'll actually be charging. And then when it's charged, it'll actually go red or green again when it's done. And then you just flip it back off and plug it. I got all mine set up. This one, just to prove it works. So I actually gave myself a visual representation with the M here that this is my master. But really the only thing that's telling me that this is my master is going to control all these other ones is the fact that this is not it. It should be A001. I usually make 001 my master. And then these things also autocorrect sometimes. So you will think that you're crazy, but these things will automatically choose a channel and start working for you. I don't know what that's about, but I like it. So now we're A001. Let's turn this light on and see if the other ones follow suit real quick. Yep. So this one's going to control all these. I can use our IR remote and do it. But basically I have all these channels set. So these aren't going to go in order. I didn't put them in order, but okay, that's 087, and they're just values of 18 different from each other. This is 70. I don't know why that one's set in that way. This one's 18. See? So that was 001, and then this is it. That's the second one in the chain. That's 00. That's the second one in my chain. Well, that's really gotta stop. So 18 is second, 36, and it just goes on. 18, 18, 18. Give yourself that many channels. It's sometimes easier just to write it down what you're doing, and then do it sit down and do it on every light. So each of these gets its own channel. Also, I'm going to just go through the process, because usually you also have to click your Wireless-DMX buttons to get these all to correspond in the right, the right DMX channel. Also, I usually see how all these LEDs are off. They're not, the displays aren't on. All these are off. Why I keep putting that one in that way? They're all off. That one's the other way. So, all that's telling me this one's going to stay on. I set that up on purpose, so my master, I can always walk right to it and know it's the master, because it's going to be the one that the LEDs are still on. That's just a visual, easy representation out in the field. You can say I know where my master is. I usually leave that LED on, and then you go to, this is for the infrared mode. I leave the infrared on, only on my master. If you don't, it's going to mess everything up. So you have to turn your infrared sensor off on your other lights if they're in the same area, especially if they're in the same area. So yeah, these work how they're intended, right? Let's see if I can get this thing to turn off. Oh, I'm turning off all my other ones over here. Let's see if I can get these back on without turning these other ones on. Okay. Okay. So these are all working properly. Let's set up these other sets. Now I'm setting up to have these two sets, so I could do two different things. I could have strobing and rolling, or just one color, another color. So I have 8 lights in each set here, and I'm using the channel A for the addresses. The A bank I'm using for this one channel, and this side, and then the other side I'm going to use the D bank. So let's set a few up here. Let's see if we can get it. I already got it set up so I don't waste time. I got my master. This is going to be D1, our master. And let's go to LED. We're going to leave it on. So it's our master. It's our visual representation. And we want the IR on this light. We obviously want our Wireless-DMX on. And let's go back to D001. Alright. Let's do number 2 in the chain. Now, this is going to go to 18. This is where we come into our, giving our light all these different channels. So again, I'm setting these to be the slaves of these other 2 lights is what's happening here. You will be slave. All of you will be slave to one light. All of you will be slave to one light.
Set 72, eh? Alright. Alright, give that a minute, just look up. And now we're on 90.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, dude, your lights over there are responding to that one. That's because the master for those aren't on. I was confused for a second because I flipped through a channel, man. Trust me, guys. I know what I'm doing. Now these are going to follow that one. Because that's their master. Their master said it. So they shall follow. Now what you'll notice is occasionally if you start changing things really fast, like strobes, and then you're doing another one real fast, it might get a hiccup. So usually you're best just leave it for a minute, let it do another change. That's why I do 2 sets too, because what am I doing over here? Why am I not linking? Okay, let's start with the button. It'll link up eventually here, maybe. This is the Wi-Fi button. I like how they give you colors. You'd think it's just black and white and simple, but it's really not. Like this one's red, those are green. Be interesting to see what they're all doing, but if they're all the same, red and green. Here, let's open them up. Yep. Okay. So there's like some rhyme or reason to the colors. I don't know why these aren't linking up yet, but we'll get them. I just need to make them do something different. Haha. Alright, there we go. Oh, come on, you. Hey, you. Oh, that's the one I was pushing the button. So probably if I just started making the master do stuff, they would have already been done. There we go. She's in And you got two, you can have two. I got this one over here wanting to respond to that for some strange happening. I know why. We'll mess with the this Wi-Fi button again. It's really just seized up on its own thing, isn't it? This is A number 18, this is number 2 in the chain. See, but one cannot work and the other ones are fine, so that's good too. It's not like you have a bad cable or something. And the whole chain's out. It'll get working. I have faith in it. Actually, I really don't, but this is some pretty good tech though, man. Come on, baby. Alright, so all but one light. I'm still saying this is a successful day. There we go. Alright, yeah, just mess with that for a while and have faith that it'll eventually work and you're good. And we got 2 sets now. I could leave one on a hot solid, do one rotating or like a slow roll, you know, like a fade color to color, really nice and ambient. Get some party going, we get a little bit of occasional, go to the sound, it'll do like sound stuff, well, visuals here, not visuals, but just, you know, it'll go to the sound you want from me. Oh yeah, and the cool thing is you can actually see, these are strobe right now, but watch, if I go to another sound mode, now we got that kind of cool like fade in, fade out to the beat. Boom, 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 boom. See, you can do dope stuff is what I'm trying to tell you with these lights. You just have to understand them. You know? Just understand them, guys. Okay? I think I single-handedly made them cost more. So I think Rockville should give me like a free case or something. Give me something because I corrected their huge all these people are giving bad reviews because, oh, we can't charge it. Like, what's because you don't want to, take a second to just think about it for a second. In the instruction manual it says the lights might make a little hum or noise and they get a little warm when they're charging. So if you're sitting there and you don't hear no hum, you know, they don't feel like they're on, they give a little kind of vibration when they're plugged in. Very light. You kind of just feel like there's power there. Something's going on. And then they get a little slight warmth. Just like instructions. So if you're not trying to charge it and none of that's happening, you're doing it wrong. Just make sure you have the battery switch on and the power switch off when you plug it in if you want to charge them. Look, these have been on a while. Let's do this. Just now. Come on, go off. There we go. Now. Why are these not on now? Whatever. I think they're on a sound profile. Whatever. Okay, so these guys, if I were to flip this off, flip it off for now all the way, it's gonna turn green. These are probably, I mean, these things don't run all night. They really will if they're charged all the way. Now let's see. See, it's green. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's gonna be red for a minute because I used them for a little bit. See. Now when I come back in this at 10 minutes, because I just used them for such a short time, these will be charged. But usually it takes a little while to charge them. You gotta give them time, and you're supposed to, per the instruction manual, if you get the charging case, leave the cases open. You can charge them all at one time, but leave the case lid open so they don't get too hot in there. And we'll start no fires, guys. Safety first. Actually, freedom first, safety second. Alright. Thanks.